Bonjour, mes amis. Grüße, meine Freunde. Hello, my friends. This is Enzo Hagen of the Alliance for Loki. So my 5 stars are about to be refreshed, and that means more grinding. So I woke up at 3 this morning, and it's about 7 hours later, and we'll keep on with the grind. The 3 hours was tough. The 3 in the morning one was tough, but it was good. Just keep on trying to run my characters as much as possible. There's a few more minutes before they come on, so I'm just going to do some item use. Item use, I guess. It's hard to say exactly what I'm trying to describe. So yeah, I opened up a bunch of crystals just to get some 4-star boosts. I can start boosting my 4 stars. And in doing that, I ended up with a bunch of these ridiculous plus 40% and plus 50% experience boosts. Actually, they weren't ridiculous at the time, but they are now. So just sort of just have to do this and do it 9 times, and I'll just waste enough time that I think I'll be ready to go into arena. So I ended up with a lot of these ×3 boosts too for 3 stars in arena. I don't really have much use for them, which is a shame because they're going to expire really quick. I think they expire like in 3 days. Maybe I'll use them. I don't know who the next 3-star champion will be, but it seems sort of a shame to not use them. So, okay, there's 10 of those, and now let's do 10 of these. Then I'll collect any from the overflow, but that is about all. So after I finish this stream, we'll shower, and we'll go and grab some lunch, and I gotta take my recycling down to the recycling center, and then come back here and run my 4 stars. So I'm trying to figure out my refresh schedule, just because I'm on such a regimented schedule right now. There's really not much time. So if everything goes to plan, I'll do my 5 stars again at 1700, and then again right at Minuway. Hello Amino, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join. You might be the only one who joins here today. This is a very off time, I'm sure, for most people. Yeah, I know, it's the life of the grinder. Gotta get this grind done. I'm feeling a little bit behind, so I don't know if it's too bad. So where are we at? We're at 8 hours left in day 2, and in the first day. I was hoping to be at 20 million, because I feel like that'd put me on a good pace, but I'm a little behind it, probably more like 15 million or so. So let's see. So I'm 11 million now. This will give me 2 million, 2 million. Yeah, a little less than I want to, but you know, at some point I'll go refresh, and I'll big time refresh if it looks like it's going to be close, and so that will put this guy on someone who can bleed. But yeah, it's intense, these grinds. The 3 AM one was pretty hard. I must admit I was very tired. It was actually one of my most popular ones because it was the right time in the United States, so of course everyone was around, and yeah, it's good. It was good because it gave me plenty of people to talk with, but on the other hand, it also made it tough to focus, and I'm sure my answers weren't that great. So I've run, I'm trying to think what number is this. This is the 3rd time I'm running all my 5 stars. And then I've run my 4 stars once and my 6 stars twice. Yeah, I really gotta rank up. I have a lot of unranked, or a lot of 5 stars still not ranked 3 yet. So that would help some, but tier 4 basic. I've been using all my glory on tier 5 basic in the glory store, so that means that I haven't really have that much tier 5. Oh no, tier 4 basic to rank up champions. I mean, you could easily get 5 every week from the glory store alone, but no, I definitely want tier 5 basic. I feel like that's a much more valuable resource, and you can always get tier 4 basics from offers, and you get them at the end of Alliance Quest and all these other places. So Though now I wish I had a little more. It's a couple of like 4-star rank ups I think I wish I didn't do, but you know, it's too late now to worry about any of that. It's weird where they go. Huh. Thought they'd be up at the top for me to refresh them. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how everything's going. I'm starting to feel like I'm going to have to spend more and more to get my 90 million, but at this rate, it's better than opening crystals. You know, guaranteed, hopefully, to get the champion. Been doing Alliance War 2. Oh, I went in with Ghost for the very first time, and I absolutely screwed her up. I was doing so well. You know, my first fight went okay, but then the second fight, I was against Iceman, and I have recoil up really high at 3 points in it, just because I want to use it here in arena. I just want to have big damage on my specials. And so I was fighting Iceman and had my special 2 all set. I just dodged his L2 and threw it, and I had totally forgotten that I hadn't another phase. I needed to hit him like 4 more times. So you know, so I do this L2 and he just blocks it, and I take the 10% damage, and that was it. That was the end of my Ghost. And now it's a no item war. I sort of want to refresh and try it again, but I'm not sure if I will, just because, yeah, I mean, I'm caring so little about war, but it's on a pretty critical node that has a link, and if I free that link, then I think the rest of the war can continue, but then again, if there are other links that aren't being freed either, and we're just going to come to a stop, then it's not worth it. So I'll see. I'll see what happens when everyone wakes up and what the inclination is. Yeah, Ghost is really hard to play in war. I mean, she's just, it takes a lot of skill, and war is just so serious, and the champions are fighting are powerful, so look forward to using her though in 6.22 and continuing my Ghost training. See if I can get better at her. Yeah, I'm so surprised where these guys on refresh. Yeah, they're sort of refreshing out at sort of odd rates, so I could have champions I don't really expect who are ready now. It just depends on in Alliance when they've gotten the quicker refresh or not. And the Alliance quest is going pretty well today. You know, I haven't used an item yet. I'm on the last path, section 3, the one you have to make them bleed on. And so that usually goes alright. I have Nick Fury, he does so well on that node. Plus I have an expiring plus 200% boost, so that should help a lot for skill champions. Plus skill champions get 40%, so it's all on the cards to do well. Yeah, I love Nick Fury. I just like playing him. Okay. Killmonger is doing just what I need him to do. Oops, except, oh man, I don't know what I was thinking. It's a problem when you start playing a lot of arena. You really sort of get, yeah, lazy is the right word. You just sort of go in there and hack and slash and don't really think too much about anything. I'm so lucky I got my Symbiote Supreme. So I remember Symbiote Supreme, it was his crystal right before he get put into the basic pool. And so I just bought 10 and I got him on the very first one. This was back before there were the Cavalier featured crystals. Which I was like, oh, it seems cool. Let me just buy 10 crystals, and I got them. I couldn't believe it. And so I was like, oh, okay, great, I got him. I don't really know if I'm going to use him at all, just because I didn't really think much of him. But now, boy, I realize he's such a valuable character. He just does so much in the game that none of one else does. Oh man, I was hoping my stopper would just, I'm going to go through this. Whew, that was close. And yeah, so I'm really excited for him. Plus, he is my highest prestige character right now too, so it definitely was a pretty lucky. Well, and on top of that, the rank 4 to 5 Mystic Gem, so totally by luck. Luck I got him. Luck I ranked him up, and I awakened him on a Mystic Gem that I pulled from one of those offers. I was like, oh, I have nothing to use this Mystic Gem. I might as well use it on him. So talk about extraordinary circumstances. Oh, no worry, no worry. I'm not worried at all. Like, I feel most people are just in here listening, so and I've learned in these streams that you just want talk the whole time anyway, because that's the whole point of streaming, is to give the people watching something to yeah, just listen to as they work or as they play the game themselves or whatever they're doing. It's just nice background noise. So yeah, totally serendipitous circumstances to get him ranked up, but oh yeah, he seems like he's going to be an MVP in many ways. I'm really interested. I saw there's a video out about someone soloing the champion boss with a rank 4 Symbiote Supreme, so of course fascinated by that. So I'm going to take a look at it. It seems like you have to get those dexes off the special one to get rid of those, like, they're sort of similar to the Aegis charges. Yeah, I guess I wonder how Symbiote Supreme would do that, only because, you know, he hits pretty hard against your block, so unless there's some slick trick about dodging the special with Symbiote. But we'll take a look and see. You know, I'm sure as the content stays around more, people are going to find more creative ways of dealing with some of these more difficult nodes. I sort of agree with Brian. Like, I was watching KT's stream last night, and he was getting really frustrated. And he's an amazing player, and I understand. I probably get frustrated like that too sometimes when you go against these nodes. They're just so hard. They just seem ridiculous. But on the other hand, having like really tough content is pretty interesting too. I mean, it makes the game fun to me. Like, I like Uncollected every month because that tends to be a little bit more challenging. You know, I can still unfortunately overcome it probably a little more easy than I'd like, but you know, it still takes a bit of skill to like one-shot the bosses and go through paths without having to revive, and so it's pretty cool. But yeah, the variants have been great, and so was the last act. I particularly liked it, Act 6.1. So hopefully this is very similar. And yeah, I'm not going to do the Legends run. Whoops, my reflector just quit, as it is prone to do. So sorry, let me just take a minute and just hook it back on. Yes, reflector. It's a great program. It saves me having to use any cables, but it does like to stop. Hey, Mr. Meister, how you doing? Just work on the Namor Grind. Yep, trying to do as much as possible. So I'm on a very strict 7-hour timer. So every time 7 hours comes up, I'm grinding. Okay, I'm back in. Let me just get my screen back. And even with this, though, I'm going to have to do a lot of refreshing. I'm thinking at least 3 Odins, but maybe more. Just really depends on what I can get to. My goal is 90 million. I just don't want to miss them. Hello, Sohalb. Face reveal? Yes, indeed. So you're seeing me at my worst, though. I mean, I slept poorly because I woke up so early to do some grinding, and I haven't showered yet. I don't know if it's too early. It's 10:17 here, which, you know, again, I got the next couple of days off from work. I'm still working, but I'm allowed to work from home just because I did so much weekend work over the last month. Yeah, if you're catching my face reveal for the first time, this is definitely not my best look. It's definitely the look of a tired person. But it's alright, you know. I was saying how when you add the face cam, how all of a sudden you become so self-conscious. That's right, you're over in the UK. So yeah, a little more early for you. But yeah, everyone in the US is happily asleep. Usually like Pete is up now. He stays up all night long, it feels like, in the stream, but even I haven't seen a peep out in the 4Loki chats, so I don't know if anyone is alive over there. They're all happily sleeping away. I don't know who else is doing this grind for Loki. Maybe just Sarango and I. Might be the only two. So I watched Brian's stream, and he said he's not going to do it. Just doesn't feel like he has the time to do it. So understandable. It is yes, incredible amount of time it takes to do these big grinds, but seems like a champion that's really worth it. You in Morocco? Okay, yeah, same time as UK. Nice. Morocco's awesome. The only time I've been in Morocco, I was in Marrakesh doing some mountain biking. There's a Swiss guide who was a friend, not really a friend, like acquaintance of my friend, and so we went over there, hired him out to do 5 days of mountain biking over in the Atlas, more in the Atlas foothills. So amazing, so much fun. The mountain biking there was incredible, and yeah, it's just a cool experience. And I've heard there's good surfing over in some parts of Morocco too, but haven't been there since. Not too big a traveler, I must admit. I mostly just stay here in the local area. Yeah, going on planes, just not a big fan of it. So rather just stay around, bike, relax when I'm not working, as opposed to the stress of traveling. And I travel enough from work that yeah, there's not much to see around Marrakesh. Yeah, it's not. It's true. But if you're a mountain biker and you're with someone who knows the trails, it is super super cool. So I had a great time there. Um, but there's so much to see. That's what he said. I thought he said not much to see. No, yeah, Marrakesh was pretty cool. The old city was interesting, of course, and yeah, the whole experience was pretty awesome. It's the first time I've ever been in Africa, so it was new for me in that regards. Though I guess when most people think Africa, they probably don't think Morocco. Oh, I should put someone different on. Not that it matters on Mephisto, since he won't be able to poison him. But yeah, my thought process with Arena is very, very quick. It's usually just try to find the right champions and start it. On the southern coast, okay. Yeah, my friend, she went surfing. She had some, I guess her boyfriend knew someone in the army, and what is that? There's that funny country south of Morocco that I think is actually owned by Morocco. It's a territory of Morocco. She said they went there on some like army reserve area, and said the surfing there was absolutely incredible. Um, East Algeria, is that what it is, or something like that? I can't remember what the name of it was. And I have a friend now who's there surfing. But yeah, surfing's like one of the sports where I like to do it like 2 or 3 times a year. It's not something I'm so crazy about that it's like I spend all my vacation time doing it. No, it's above that, or maybe it's actually part of Morocco now. Yeah, East Sahara. It had some funny name, but then like it was supposed to be also part of Morocco, or maybe Morocco's taken over. I don't know. There was something about it that was I'm sure it's not Mauritania. No, I know it's that country. Um, but yeah, it was a good experience. Southern Sahara. That's it. Yeah. Um, there's conflict there. Yeah, that's what I remember hearing. That I guess Morocco right now is part of Morocco, but maybe they want their independence. A very similar story all over the globe. Let's see. I think that's all my rank 5s. I feel like there's a couple I missed. Maybe they're still on refresh, but they should be popping up pretty soon. And then it's funny, like refresh sort of has a weird way of working. It doesn't quite seem to they don't pop to the top of the queue unless the other refreshes are finished. I don't know, something's a little bit strange. I've noticed this before I've done grinds. I always forget about Massacre, that he has that ability reduction if you have a debuff on you. So I'm having to fight him in Alliance Quest a lot, and always forgetting that and thinking I parry it, and of course like going into attack and just getting beaten by him. So I need to get back to my coffees. Oh, okay, thanks Sohab, thank you for dropping in, no worries. Yep, I would be in meetings generally too, but luckily I get to just sit at home and email and grind today, so I don't know if I'm lucky or not. I have a feeling, again, this grind is going to be pretty brutal, but yep. I wish more people were doing it that I knew, to be honest. It was pretty fun in the first round when BG and Dreamer were doing it. And it would have given me a good sense of where I needed to be too. I feel a little bit lost, but on the other hand, I mean, I'm basically going as hard as I can right now, except for the fact I could be doing a lot more 4 stars. But yeah, 4 stars. I mean, I looked. They gave me 500,000 points about, so that's a pretty good amount. So I shouldn't underestimate their use, and just haven't quite focused in on them. I'm gonna do a little more of that today. You know, since I started my grind at night, it's a little different because I was sort of tired, and now I just have all day to hang around and do arena. So as they're off refresh, I'll keep on doing them. And I just open up a bunch of boosts. I have a bunch of boosts I can put in them too, and I'll give me a little more points. And yeah, that should help everything a fair bit. I can't believe I've already gone through all my 5 stars. I don't think I have though. I think I'm missing some, but maybe I did. Everything's running together at this point. So let's see. I guess it's alright though. Put Rogue against him since he gets all that power. I can power drain him. Yeah, after watching Dreamin's Thing fight, so Dreamin had the fight of the year against Annihilus on that Aegis node. I mean, Thing is just such a good attacker because he can take so much damage. So against a really like annoying node like that, where you're almost certainly going to get hit, he just totally absorbed a lot of damage and was able to, like, you know, get the heavies on Annihilus and the intercepts and kill him. I think he took like 21, 25 hits, which is in war. Like, I feel like that's unheard of. So now I'm thinking about getting my Thing up to rank 5. So again, I have plenty of, oops, I just got absolutely crushed. Okay, I'll be able to get rid of that bleed pretty quick. Oops, and just got crushed again. Oh, I'm going, boy, Killmonger's always so tough to fight. Get the power drain here. And that's it. And so yeah, things seems really crazy. It's crazily good. So I might rank him up. I have 2 science gems, so I might stick one into him, and then yeah, I'm not sure. And then I'll start putting science stones into him. I don't have that many science 6 stones, so it's gonna take a while. And then Namor's gonna take them all for a little bit of time, all the generics I get, just to get him up to 200 as quickly as possible. But that won't take too long, and then once the Thing is up there, oh, it's great. And then he's going to be so powerful. And so, yeah, I really look forward to doing that. And yeah, but again, it also might depend on what new characters come out, so I'll be in no rush. I'll have Namor at rank 5 pretty quickly, and then I'll probably have another 2 tier 5 basic, especially after I finish Act 6, and then we'll have to see. So it'll either be something on Thing, or Darkhawk, or maybe it'd be Prestige Champ, or maybe one of these new ones. I'm sort of intrigued by Mysterio, only because I have a tech gem and the new Spider-Man, the black suit Spider-Man. If he's tech, that'd be pretty crazy. I feel like the tech class has just gotten too many characters, so I hope he's not. I hope he's. You think he'd be skill, and I hope he's not science. I mean, science would be, of course, the other one. That's what most of Spider-Mans are, but maybe the suit would make him skill. Who knows? But that would, yeah, that would be interesting to say the least. To see what class he is. If he's tech again, like Stark Spider-Man is, then yeah, then I have a tech gem for either one of them, either Mysterio or him. But Mysterio, I don't know, I'm hoping he's cool. I was hoping the Invisible Woman would be awesome, but she just seems like she's no good. Like, not maybe as bad as Diablo, but definitely not a very good character. It seems like I'd rank Thing, Human Torch, and then Sue Storm is sort of like the Fantastic Four, with Thing being a pretty big step above those other two. And there's one more, Mr. Fantastic, so I'll have to see. Hopefully he'll be good. I want to try to get Sue Storm just so I can have the complete Fantastic Four collection. I mean, who knows? Maybe they have some crazy synergy when they're all together that will absolutely make Human Torch and Sue Storm really good. I mean, Thing's already pretty good. He doesn't need much of a synergy. I'm not even sure what he gets from the other two members of the Fantastic Four. Okay, that's easy. Cruising through, so just complete all the milestones. So end of the milestones, and so in under a day I can get through the milestones on 110 wing streak. Brian got, what was his? His was like up in the over 1,000. It seems pretty impressive because, again, he must have an incredible 4-star collection. That's the only way I can think of how he is getting so many. I just don't have as many 4 stars. Maybe that's been my big mistake, is not ranking up as many 4 stars as I need. Let's see. Yep, it might be a big refresh grind, which I sort of wanted to get as much as I could done, and I still will, but yeah, in this case, yeah, I know it's got to refresh anyway, and so I have to check and see what kind of 5-star boost I have. I don't feel like I didn't pull that many. I opened up 100 of the crystals, and so you get them for 15 minutes, so I'll definitely like absolutely try to race through those and try to do as many as I can, refreshing them because you get almost 6-star points from them, and they're cheaper. So, you know, if I can get 10 million just out of like refreshing my 5 stars, that'd be great. And then I'm trying to think, and then after that, sort of think about waiting to the last day, or maybe I'll wait till what's tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Let's see where I am tomorrow evening, and I'll sort of determine. Maybe tomorrow afternoon I'll see where I am with my refreshes, with my score, and then after that I can yeah, do a big refresh grind if I need to get my score up. But for now it's just like the opening of this whole grind, so might as well see what we can do before I start panicking and refreshing too much. And the best part is right now this cost me 0, so I mean I'm really pretty committed, but for some reason if all of a sudden I decide I just can't take it anymore and stop, then I haven't lost a single unit, so that's always a little bit comforting, but I don't think there's any reason I'll stop, to be honest. I feel pretty committed to getting this done. And that's the end of that guy. Namor would be great. I mean, he seems like a cool character. He would have been good on the path I had today. I have like the Psychic Thorns path with an Electro on it, and so even though I played it well, I had Symbiote Supreme, who doesn't take any damage from the Psychic Thorn. They still took like 50% from the Electro. So I take a lot of damage from him. Hey KT, how's it going? Oh man, KT, I just was while eating breakfast, I was watching your 6-star opening. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was not the best opening in the world, but you know, you sort of have to, get the bad openings to get to the good openings, I think, in this game. So I'm sure you'll get better openings soon. Boy, I was really impressed by your run in 6.2. It seemed like some hard nodes. And I also like the way everyone asked you a million times, why aren't you using Symbiote Supreme? I'm so lucky I got him. Again, it's total luck I got him. I just opened 10 crystals once when he came and got him, and then had a Mystic rank up gem just sitting around, and then yeah, just took him to R4 just because it's like, oh, okay, he's ranked, and then I had a bunch of 6 stones lying around just because I didn't have any use for them, and so I put them all into him since he was Mystic. And yeah, it's just like one thing after another led me to rank 5, and then I needed the prestige, and so yep, and now he's going to come in super useful. I had a feeling he would be good just because he has that mechanic that almost no one else has, the way you can put those staggers on. So while it's sort of specialized, I mean, you can definitely see the cases where he'd be really good about it. But you've definitely convinced me not to do a Legends run. I just think it'd be too long, too expensive, and I'm not really committed to doing it. So as soon as I finish this grind, I will go and I'll go and start 6.2. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, the big reason to start it too soon is I have like lots of expiring revives and boosts, so there's no sense in waiting any longer. I think I have a 30% expiring in 3 days, so it's perfect. So right after this grind is finished, I will jump in and start doing 6.2, which, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. Honestly, it looks super fun in a frustrating way, but yeah, it'll be interesting. And now that I got all of the strategy from you and other streamers, you know, hopefully now it will be a little less frustrating. It's always the pioneers who have to sort of bear the brunt of everything. Ah, good. Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like it was a really cool event. And so, yeah, that's always the best part, is when these events end up being good. That's so funny. It's like the refresh orders just there. Then there's some paths. Yeah, I know. I was watching last night as I was eating dinner. I think you're on the Mystic Gate path, and yeah, that first Angela. It's so funny. You think, Angela, she should be the easiest fight in the world. What other streamers? No. I mean, you're the only one who's done the 100%. But someone posted a rank 4 in our for Loki chat, someone posted a rank 4 takedown of a rank 4 symbiote Supreme taking down the champion. So there's all these little pieces. But maybe all the other streamers are just you. You might be the content I'm thinking of. So, oops, I should put Hyperion with Iron Man Infinity War. Though, yeah, no, I think you might be the first. Maybe I'll be the second. I think I might stream a majority of it too. Just seems super fun to stream it and let people watch as you're going through the whole thing. They can see the millions and millions of revives I use. I have so many of these crystals built up from, they're the old daily crystals, the uncollected daily crystals. I think I have like 500 of them. You seem to get those 20% revives, so I really need to make use of them. And then plus you get those little small energies. And so yeah, it seems like a lot of ways I can save units just by opening those crystals. Yeah, I'd be interested to see who goes for the Legends run in the Alliance. I feel like Dreamin', I feel like he's not going to now. He seems to be not as enticed by it. Who else? Pete, I think, is still planning on it. I don't think Brian is anymore. And so there might be only one person. Maybe B-Manny. B-Manny usually goes for him, but I'm not sure if he will or not. He hasn't said anything that I can remember. I don't think Cam or Dubes will either. So yeah, it might not be many people who go for it. Oh boy, that's such a slow fight just because the thing just doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Unless I think you have to lose a lot of health for him to do damage, but I'm not willing to take that chance. Okay. Come on, throw your heavy. There it is. Oh, what happened? 5 days and 5 nights. Yeah, I know. You might make it. Who knows? I mean, it looks really long. That's the other thing that put me off of it too. Like, I know I wouldn't be a super fast Legends run, so yeah. I mean, like 10 hours would be okay. I might be able to handle that, but more than 10 hours, and I think it's just too much of a marathon. Like, if it took 14 hours, if it took 20 hours, that'd be too much. I would not be able to play this game for 20 hours straight. Even 10 hours straight seems like an insane amount. So, but it would be hilarious if you got it. And they haven't told you who the mystery champ is, and it's top 40, and the rewards for top 100 aren't that great. So everything sort of like is lining up for me not to want to do it. But it's alright. It was an idea that if the content wasn't quite as hard, I would have entertained, but now looking at the content, it's just a little too difficult, I think. Do you want to do it? You don't want to put in Yondu. But yeah, this will take enough of my energy for a while to do this grind. Also, I wouldn't want to do this grind and then have to hop right into a Legends run. It's a lot of like huge amounts of playing. I wish I had Namor today for that path, that Psychic Thorns path. He would have been so good against that Electro on the Psychic Thorns. I wonder if he would have reflected the Psychic Thorns damage back. You know, it's one of those new nodes, so you're never quite sure how they operate. Like, you know, like if they somehow override his ability, you know, I feel like they could do that just to make it annoying. But if it didn't, it's a perfect counter for that path. Why didn't you Quake? Oh my god. I was trying to learn Quake because I was thinking about rank 5ing my Quake. She's rank 3 right now, and I'm the worst Quake player in the world. I mean, I'm already a bad Ghost player, and everyone in Fordoki makes fun of me for that, but if they saw my Quake play, I think I'd be like instantly booted. It's so bad at her. It's just you know, it's like one of those specific styles you just need to learn, and I have not learned it yet. I don't really want to learn it, to be honest. I just don't like it. If I was watching one of your fights, you're just sitting there in a corner for so long and dodge, just sit. It's such a like passive, slow way of playing too. And just dodging heavies. I like to be on the other side of the screen, like pushing them against the wall and just pounding them and blocking their attacks. And that's definitely my style of play. And so So yeah, Quake is like the antithesis of my style, like high finesse and slow and long. But Quake is easy. For you, you're a good player though. Yeah, I probably should practice with her more. And that's sort of what happened when I did with Ghost. Like Ghost, she looks super fun, and so I ranked 5 Ghost, and now I've really enjoyed playing with her. And so maybe if I did the same with Quake, it would sort of force me to start playing with her. So exhilarating. Okay, I'll give her some more time. It was just sort of a exploratory run, I must admit, with her when I was thinking about whether I was going to rank 5 her or not. So I just played with her for like an hour or two, and really not enough. But yeah, we have some really good Quake players in 4 Loki too. So I definitely have plenty of people who can help me out. So okay. I will take your advice and keep on working on my Quake skills. Yeah, it is interesting that you're just seeing there slowly eating away their health. And she is such a unique character in the game. And you're right, there's like absolute things that she's the only one who can do and no other characters can't. And it sort of gets stubborn. I resisted Ghost for a long time too. Like when Ghost came out, I was like, oh, I don't like her style, I don't like her play. And now I've started playing her. I have a great time with her, even though I'm not particularly good with it. So it'd probably be the same with Quake. I always feel like that I have fun with this game, and okay, you've convinced me, KT. I'm gonna definitely start working with Quake. Maybe my first step will be tank her up to rank 4. I'm sort of in a tier 2 alpha drought right now, but it seems like once you start going through Act 6. And I can't wait for July 4th. Oh, I'm so excited. So many tasty offers. And that I hope will have like 10 tier 4 alpha. I feel like last year they had a lot. I think they had like 10 or so, because I remember just being totally filled with tier 4 alpha and some in the overflow. And so that'd be great. And so mine's awakened and all set. I just have to rank her up some. But yeah, rank 4 would be a good place to start with her. Then I can... Like rank 3, of course, she's just a little too weak to do much. And so I'm not really getting much, I don't know. Like, you have to find the right fights, because you don't want to fight ones that are too crazy hard. Though maybe that's what you do want, to get skilled at her. Yeah, it's cool about after 6.2. Those gates, I think I have a good 6-star roster for 4 of the gates, though, so I'm not too worried about them. And I intentionally was trying to diversify my 5 and 6 stars a lot too. So, that's the one thing. I've never been a person who ranked up for prestige. So most of my rank 5s are pretty solid rank ups, even though their prestige isn't so good. Now I'm like on the flip to that. So someone in my chat earlier it was DT. He was talking. He said, like, when you're in a high-end alliance, you first should rank prestige, and then you can just rank whoever you want. I sort of went the opposite. I like ranked whoever I want, and now I'm starting having to play this prestige game. So now I'm ranking a lot more for prestige. I mean, that's the main reason for this Namor grind. I mean, I still might go for him, even if he was a low prestige, maybe. I guess his cutoff wouldn't be so bad. But I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. Maybe I even have a little bit of thinking about Invisible Woman in my mind, even though she doesn't seem that good. She goes relatively low. Like Doobs always grinds every what you call it. Yeah, exactly, Dale. I know. Why didn't you use Symbiote Supreme? That's like the biggest MCOC news of the month. Is you just foolishly overlooked the best champ to get through that content. But yeah, I guess we all can't be perfect players. Even he has his flaws, using the wrong characters. Yeah, it's funny. I remember I joined the stream right about that time. He was like, please don't ask me why I'm not using Symbiote Supreme anymore. I don't have him. I could tell he'd been asked that one too many times, and he was in the middle of a really difficult path too. So it was it was definitely like just one of those things. I can imagine too as a streamer, and I'm sure I do the same things. Like I always come to streams later in the middle and then leave and come back. And of course, so some sure half the time, like I'll ask a question, they've already answered it like 40 times just because I wasn't listening or in the stream and back and forth. So yeah, I can imagine that. I didn't want to get to the SP3. Yeah, you tell him, KT. Um, but yep. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I always do all those quests. I do the same. I always like going through the acts one or the chapters one by one. So I'll do sector one first and totally 100%, then sector two. I don't really like doing the completion run, and then going back and doing each of them. Somehow I feel like, I don't know, I like having to earn my way up, and I also like. I mean, you get the same because you still have to go back and repeat them a lot. But I like doing one at a time because then you really learn the boss and everything and learn how to fight them. And so that's what I'll do in my 6.2. I'll just start at the first sector and work my way up. I really can't decide about that deal, the 12,000 unit deal. It doesn't look, well, it is not that good. But I really want to get as many 6 stars as I can because I want to awaken my ghost or get a good champion. But if I pay 12,000 units and dupe my Deadpool X-Force, I will be very unhappy and know I've just totally wasted a lot of units. But I'll probably get it, though. I have enough time to decide. And that's at least if I go through them one by one, I can have more time to decide about it. Yeah, the 6-star roster, boy, there are some really, there's so many. I feel like even more than the 5 stars. They're just absolutely hit or miss. And the fact it takes so long to dupe characters that, you know, like Omega Red is a good instinct, or Aegon. Like, you might get a 6-star Aegon, and it'd be good. I mean, it's just sort of stashed away for when you finally awaken them, but just so hard to awaken these characters. I really like it if in the July 4th deals that we get a, what you call it, a 6-star Awakening gem. I think it's about time, and I don't think it will, like, ruin the game. One random 6-star Awakening gem. If I got a tech, absolutely Ghost. And the great thing about Ghost is she just needs to be awakened. She doesn't have to be super high. Whoa, I'll just dodge this. And then after that, if I get a mutant, I don't know how I'd use a mutant on that Awakened Domino. I don't know if I'd use it on anyone, to be honest. Drain his power here. Oh no. Oh, and my game froze. Oh boy, that's crazy. Crazy stuff going on. I keep on forgetting about watching his things. 12,000 is much better value, and that's neat. Yeah, I know, Dale. It's a pretty terrible offer, to be honest. It really is. You're right. 12,000 of calves is better because was it every 300, 600? So you have to. So if you spend 2 Odins, you get 300, and how was it? You have to get 100 calves to get a to, I guess, have the expected probability of getting a 6-star. So if you had 12,000, was that 4 Odins? So 4 Odins would be 60 calf crystals. Is that right? I feel like my math is. So it's 60. Yeah, I guess, and you get a lot of other shards too. You do get a lot of revives and refreshes and things like that. I mean, the value of those is probably a few thousand. And so I really think it's, let's call those 4,000 because you get an incredible load of revives and heals. Yes, true. You also get the 5 stars. Yes, true. Ah, Pete. I was wondering if you'd still be awake. I thought you might be the last Forlokian standing because you usually are. How's it going? See you crushed Omega in Alliance Quest. Thank you very much. I love that Rhino fight I have right before it. So I'm usually the last link, it seems, to open up Omega Red Alliance Quest. And I feel like a big game hunter because I go in there with Nick Fury, and it's that node that only projectiles, where projectiles do like a lot of damage and nothing else does much damage. And so I love going in there with Nick Fury and just like hunting down the Rhino. It is, I don't know. It's like one of those meme-worthy fights. Are you still down for a Legends run, Pete? We were just talking about it, and I'm out of it. I'm not going to do it. Just think it's too hard. I'm going to be too tired after this, and yeah, I'd rather just have fun with the continents or go like like each week play 1 or 2 sectors and just enjoy it a little more. But yeah, it'd be super cool. Couple rankings I'm thinking of. Ooh, who are you thinking of, Pete? Symbiote Supreme, that'd be my guess. And trying to think who else. And Quake. Those are the two I'm guessing you're thinking of. Let's see if I'm right. See if my psychic powers are on tune, on point. Oh, I made the big mistake. Oh man, Pete. I was playing, so I finally took Ghost in the War just because I was on the Biohazard path. It's path 3. And it's Biohazard 1 where they can evade. And so I did the first Mordo fight, went alright, and then I fought against Iceman. And I expertly dodged his SB2 with my phase. I was like, oh, okay, and I'm going to go and absolutely kill him. And so I go and I just like dodge backwards when he attacks me and throw my SP2. But of course I didn't phase because I already used my phase, and I just wasted into his block, and then he turned around and killed me. Oh, that was such a poor move. I was thinking, oh my god, if Dreamin had seen this, he would have never let me forget it. It would have been one of those things. Hello Max, how's it going? Glad you can join me, just grinding away for Namor, so you'll be seeing my stream a lot. Killmonger, Domino, AA, all super good. Cap 2, yeah, Cap seems to be incredible for this. He totally is, seems like almost a must-have character for this content. Yeah, I'd be pretty psyched if I had Cap. Quake and SS are in the lead. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. Cap is pretty cool. He just fits my playstyle so well. I love like a good blocking champion who can do a lot of damage. But yeah, I mean, Quake seems to get around some nodes where maybe other champions, you had other options where you can use Cap. Hello Julian, welcome to the stream. This is grinding for a Namor. This is what is this? The third time I've done my 5 stars right on point. Been every 7 hours. So I did my first round. Was it 2000? I'm Switzerland, so I'm in Central Europe time. So the arena kicks off at 1900, but I had to do the 4 stars and 6 stars first. Then woke up at 3 in the morning, which was way too early. Did another round, and now it's 10. And so I'm on round 3 of 5 stars. And so, you know, I was hoping to get pretty high, but of course I'm going to have to refresh at some point, but that's alright. I'll spend some time just building up, you know, 30 million, 40 million, then start doing some refreshing. Trying to gain a score higher. Kamala Khan, I had a gem, so I took her up. I think I ranked 2 to 3 gem. I just figured, why not? She's so fun to play, actually. You know, I don't mind her. I feel like some people absolutely hate her. Like, the only characters I don't like too much, I wouldn't say hate, just because hate's a little too strong, but the ones I don't really like playing too much are Gambit, Howard the Duck, and there's one more that I don't really like. Maybe just those two. I don't know why I don't like them too much. Yeah, Gambit you think you'd like just because he's such a cool character in the comic. No, I didn't. I should have. I foolishly opened crystals. I opened 70 featured Cavalier crystals, hoping to get them, and I did not. So now I am grinding, which is fine. I sort of wish, to be honest, that instead of opening up those crystals, I just use those 7 Odins and just like, I didn't have time to do a real grind because I was doing something on Saturday and Friday I was working. So like this week I've managed to get work off, so it's easier to do. So it's yeah, it's more doable now. But yeah, I do wish I would aim for 85 million. Yeah, I'm actually aiming for 95, believe it or not. I think the scores are going to go down a little, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. That's my gut feeling, is that I think less people are going to grind for him. They're going to be like, oh, the scores are really high, plus, you know, it's a work week, so they can't quite put as much in. So I'll go, guess the cutoff is going to be 75 million. I bet it goes down 5 million, but I don't want to risk it. And so I'm definitely going to go really high. You know, my biggest fear, of course, this happened with the Emma Frost grind. Like, I grinded her both rounds a long time ago, and I put up, you know, crazy high. Like, I think I put up 80 million both times. And in the second round, she went for 20 million, which was crazy. As someone in my line said, he could have grinded three Emmas for all of us. But, yep. Okay, Pete, see you in the mornings, or your mornings. little early tonight. Was it only like 5 a.m.? So, and yep, that might be the end now. Now it might be the end of the 4 Lokians. And so slowly they'll start to wake up. I mean, I guess it's not 6 o'clock in the East Coast until 12 o'clock for me. So another hour before a few of them start popping online. I think Brett King, he always says he gets up at 5 in the morning. I think he has to get up really early for his job. So he usually gets up and I see him on first for Alliance Quest. So Pete's usually last. So it's usually like Dreamin' and Pete, because West Coast boys, and then they are also, Pete stays up to ridiculous times. Hi, PP. Well, thank you very much. Always appreciate the like and always appreciate you stopping in. Hope you have a good night. Bonsoir. Okay, I was at 13 million. All these little milestones. I wish we got more milestones. They should just have it in Arena that the milestones continue. It doesn't have to be quite as amazing too. It could just be something just to give you, like a premium crystal, something pretty pointless every 1.5 million up to infinity. I mean, it's not going to break the game or anything. It'll just be sort of fun to help you like get little rewards as you go through these crazy big grinds. In Paris, France. Bon. Yep, you're on the same time schedule I am. Yeah, it's hard being a European in a mostly North American alliance. Luckily, 4Look has been really cool about working around my schedule, so they give me good pass in Alliance Quest, Alliance War that helped me play the game and not hold anyone up. So it's worked out well. But I was in J11. That was mostly Italian-based, Italian and German, and so that of course was great. And my friend who was in J11, he about a month ago he got kicked out just because he was North American and they just wanted to go to all European. I mean, I can understand it. The advantages of being in the same time zone with anyone is huge. And yeah, so it's always been a little more difficult being European. Though for the most part, I think I've been in more European alliances than I have North American. In fact, 4Loki might be the only North American one I've been in recently. So I was in a Swiss one, I've been in a German one, I've been in an Italian alliance. Those are like the last 4, and now a North American one. But yeah, it's as I said, it's not too bad, and luckily it's working out well. I think I might be the only one now. There was another person who was in Dubai, I believe, Sugoyo, and he was on, I think, an even earlier time zone than I was, but again, it worked for us. I think it gets problematic once you have like 5 or 6 people who are in radically different time zones. Like even in the U.S., I mean, it must be a little bit complicated just because it's such a big country. You have the 4 time zones. It's alright, yeah, going across. So you have to do a little bit of coordination. But yeah, it works pretty well because I can play Alliance Quest, do Section 1, do what I need to Section 1, and then I fall asleep, and then 6-7 hours later I wake up, have my full energy. In International Alliance, China, Australia, South America. Oh, it's great. That's really, really cool. I mean, that's actually one of my favorite parts of this game is actually being in all these different alliances from different places. It all works out for you, I assume. You don't have to stress too much about Alliance War and quests and things like that. I mean, I imagine so. Yeah, I'm sure you could make it work. It just requires that much coordination. And also, I guess you have to be willing to go on a path that might meet your time zone more than the characters you have. And again, luckily, my roster is big enough that I can go on paths that work for my time zone, and I have the characters to them. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever really had. Once in J11, we had a person who was in Australia, and oh, that was crazy. I mean, they're of course absolutely backwards from our schedule. And I remember one war, he just was in dire straits. It was like 2 a.m. He was waiting for someone to move, and it took like an hour to move, and then it was like 3 a.m. And then after that week ended, he just got out after we finished his Alliance Quest. It was just too much, and so That's the only time I've ever experienced someone with that big a time zone difference. But I do remember like playing Chinese alliances, and it's unfortunate for them because just the way the game is scheduled, they have to sort of clear alliance war and then go to sleep. So when it's finishing, they're all asleep, which means you pretty much know what you have to do, like how many deaths you need, and things like that. So it gives you a little bit of advantage when you're playing against an alliance like that because you just know exactly what you need to do. So it helps with your item use and helps with your boost and just helps with your overall war strategy, and definitely gives you a little bit of competitive edge. I mean, not a whole lot, but some. Now I'm going to have to go get my cable plug in. Let me just finish this round. It's always like a tradition on my streams that I run out of battery. Unfortunately, I don't have a plug really close. My computer has taken up all the plugs, and that means only one is on the wall back there. But that's fine. It just means I have to sit at an angle so you get to see my profile as opposed to the full front view. Let's see. Okay, let me just go grab my plug real quick, and I'll be right back. They're doing road construction right outside my chalet. It's pretty loud, so I get to listen to that all day. That's the only problem is, I like playing music sometimes when I stream, but of course, when I play the game, but of course I can't when I stream because it's, I'll probably play something copyrighted and then get banned from YouTube for many years. So, oops, actually I resized it. No, I'm just doing streams when I go on. I'm just trying to document this whole grind. So, did I totally mess up my window? Sorry, let's run around it and make it a little bigger. So I'll probably stream. I'm just basically coming on like every 7 hours or so. I mean, I've learned that's a really painful. What's the word I'm looking for? Okay, that's all right. Painful. Oh, and hello, Jorge. I didn't realize you were a new person. I thought you were Julian. I just saw the J there out of the corner of my eye. What am I talking about? I totally forgot my train of thought. No, so between the 7 hours of the 5 stars and the 12 hours of the 6 stars, it makes a brutal schedule. So I had to. So what happened? I started at 1900 with my 6 stars, my 4 stars and my 6 stars. Then I went to start at 2000 with my 5 stars, finish those up. And I woke up at 3 in the morning to do my 5 stars because they come online after 7 hours. Then I had to wake up again at 7 to do my 6 stars who were back online. Now I had to be up here at 10 to get my 5 stars back on, and then the next intervals will be 5 or 19, no, 17 for my 5 stars and 19 again for my 6 stars. And so the problem with that 7 and 12 hours is, you just have to, you're basically on these 4-hour intervals, which is a little bit annoying. I wish it was just all of one or all of the other. Make class advantages. Nope. So yeah, not 24 hours, but I'll definitely be on a lot as different characters become available. But yeah, so far it hasn't been too bad, and it'll be sort of fun just streaming this. Yeah, I got tier 2 alpha from the wrist, which I was really excited about. So the other night on stream, I just went and did in a bunch. I had a bunch of lower level coral, and I was able to open up my second rift. My first rift, I totally made a mistake because I wanted to do the unstable, but I didn't realize they were 2 separate ones, and so I just thought once I was in the unstable, I could choose unstable or stable, but that was totally wrong. You got a full tier 2 alpha, good, so you got the same thing in mind. A 5-star feature. Oh man, that's awesome. So I've done 2 of the 3, so I've gotten everything you have except for the 5-star feature. So I got 500. Maybe I got 2,000 5-star shards. Yeah, I think I got 2,000 and the full tier 2 alpha, which I'm really excited about just because that's one of my most needed resources right now. Those tier 2 alphas. I have a feeling the July 4th deal there'd be a lot of them. So And I know I have one more rift open. Once I finish up Masters, I should have enough coral to get me to a second rift. I'm pretty diligent about doing the Fantastic Four events, though. I'm a little bit worried that they're not really giving me much coral to do anything with, so it might just be a big waste of time. But I'm always into trying those things. Man, it just gains back his what you call it so quick. I really want to awaken this Phoenix. I want to do dungeons because I want to get the Phoenix awakened, and there's one crystal that she's in there with actually two other characters I want to. So that's sort of the plan is to yeah. I mean I'm like at 26,000 like 500 of the shards too. So I'll be there with my next dungeon run, and then hopefully I can pull Phoenix because I really want to rank her up. She'd be I have a ton of 6 stones for her, and she has such great prestige. And then once I rank her up, my prestige, I won't have to worry about it for a while. If I have Namor, her, just ranked up champion, Symbiote Supreme, I'll be in pretty good shape. And I cannot dodge at SP1. Really need to practice it one day, but no, it's not the day. I'm worried I might not kill him. 30%. Oh man, it's going to be close. Oh, I'm going to die. Yep. Ah, boy, it does so much damage on that reflect back. Namor would be perfect. Luckily, it's the third fight, so I don't have to worry about losing my streak. Oh, losing my streak would absolutely shatter me if that happened. Okay, let's see. Can I move right along? Hopefully get up to 14 million before I finish my 5 stars. Got quite a few left still. Let's get these big guys in here. I love this team. All extra large champions. You need 2 tier 2 alpha I can get. Rank 5, Nick Fury's my 5th. Oh man, I know. It's always so sad after you rank 5 a champion. It's like your tier 4 basic, you have so little left, and same with your tier 2 alpha. It's always like disheartening. You're like, oh, it's gonna take me a month to get more. But oh, I love Nick Fury. I really, really love him. I'm using him right now. I have the node in Alliance Quest called what's it called? Does it bleed or something about you can only do damage when they bleed? I'll probably play it right here at the end of the stream. And he is awesome on that, just absolutely awesome. Just so good. I mean, just has, such powerful bleeds, and yeah, and I love his synergies, and I love all of his utility and all of his different effects. I think he's probably the most underrated character in the game, to be honest. I know a lot of people think he's good, but I think a lot of people don't realize how good, like, good damage, and amazing utilities and different features. And I love the way he becomes unblockable. So, if I'm in Alliance Quest after a while, if I just need to go and attack the guy, I can just run on in, attack him, and hit him. It's so nice. So nice not having to play around a block. Especially with that Candy Bleed node too. And yeah, then I also use him on projectile only. Yeah, exactly, Julia. I think he's great. And his synergies too on top of that are even more crazy. Just so crazy. And so that's one thing. I was talking, just KT was in the stream a minute ago, as I'm sure you saw. He's been talking about Quake a lot. He's almost convinced me to rank her up. And I think the cool thing about her and Nick Fury is he has that awesome synergy with him where you evade like the first 3 attacks that would hit. So imagine having a rank 5 Nick Fury and a rank 5 Quake. I mean, both super good attackers, super good champions. And then on top of that, you get that crazily good synergy, which is just amazing. So a lot to love there in him and that synergy. And all of his synergies. They're just pretty outstanding. It's just funny, how come one of my refreshes disappeared? And something weird happens when you delve into the land of refreshes. Yeah, I think 14 minutes is possible. I'll probably have like about 10 more fights with my rank 3s, which put me hopefully a good place. 14 million, so 14 million, and I will have basically one more round before the first day is done. So yeah, if I'm at 17 million, that'd be pretty good. 17 million times 3, what is that? 54 million. That's what I sort of assumed, like in the 50s would be like the highest I could go without refreshing. So that means a little more than 30 million I'd have to put up with refreshes, which is what I'm sort of expecting. But yeah, I'll be all right. Oh, it's such a scary grind just because the scores are so high. But I can't imagine 90 million wouldn't be absolutely safe. And even if it's too much, even if he drops down to like 68 million, I still wouldn't regret it. I mean, when you do these big grinds, I mean, if you're going to put so much time and effort, you might as well make sure you go get the champion. Like, I always feel so bad. And we've had a couple. We have this one guy in my alliance named One Punch Man. Boy, he's just missed a champion. I think 2 or 3 times in the last month. He's missed, like, he's been in the 150s, 160s, like, so close, like, agonizingly close. I don't think he spent units on the grind, so I guess there's that part, which at least is good. But still, to just barely miss him, just knowing if you've done, like, 5 more rounds, you get him. Oh, that just has to be crushing. But on the other hand, I mean, well, I watch Brian all the time, so he's definitely missed a few pretty narrowly too, and he has a good spirit about it. So, like everything in this game, I think as long as you just accept things and can move on, like that's fine. There's no sense in getting worked up about anything, and that sometimes things are gonna work out great, and sometimes they aren't. Sometimes you pull Kamala Khan, sometimes you pull Domino, and yeah, it's all good in its own way. So, let's see, Class Advantage, nope. They might as well fight this Venom pool. Yeah, Aegon's another 4-star. I would love to rank up. I'm 5-star, but he's probably like 10th on the list. It's hard to decide who's number 1. Quake, Thing. Well, Namor is number 1. I guess who's number 2? Darkhawk. I really love Darkhawk. I don't know if he's like the most amazing champ ever, but I love his coloring, his animations, and his utility. I just think he's really cool. And so I'd like to rank him. He's just more as a fun rank up than anything else. It's a good defender though. I think he's playing good places to put him in Alliance War. And Spider-Gwen, I love Spider-Gwen. Actually, I've fallen a little more in love with She-Hulk. It's the second time that having to play a character as part of the Fantastic Four event. So I had to play both Spider-Gwen and Human Torch, and I definitely thought they're both cool champions. And Annihilus too. I only had Annihilus as a 3-star, so I was bringing him just as I was going through the event quest, and yeah, Annihilus is super cool. I would love to get him as a 6-star. Just think he'd be a fun 6-star, just one of those characters you play and have a good time with. Heimdall putting in the work. I have him as both a 5-star and a 6-star, which I'm super happy about because for those gates, I think it's going to be pretty key to have a Heimdall with you to really help you out with the content. But yeah, those gates look interesting. We'll see how they go. I do like, that's what I love about variants. I actually really like they had to take in a lot of cool different champions. And so I'm sort of looking forward to the gates. I can say that now, but maybe I'll totally regret this statement. Just because they're going to force you to use different teams and different characters. And that's one of the things I've enjoyed most of this game is when I've had to use different champs. But yeah, we will see when it actually comes to it. So let's just take a quick inventory. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, I have 4 more rounds, looks like it. Okay, how long was streaming? Hour and 8 minutes? Okay, that's not bad. I like being able to go through my 5-star roster in around an hour. Yeah, exactly. I hear he's a must for that Sinister boss, him and Angela. And I have them both as 5 and 6 stars too, so it's perfect. So I'm totally covered either way. Yeah, so after I finish this up, it's off to the store. I got a ton of recycling I've just accumulated. I go take it to the Molochs and put it in those. And then after that, get myself some lunch and some dinner. I've been out of dinner. I don't know what I'm going to buy. I've been having pasta the last couple of nights. I don't know. So we're in a pasta mood. Maybe I'll stick with that. Maybe I'll buy some chicken. Maybe something interesting. And then I definitely need some veggies. Like last night, didn't really have any veggies with my meal. The night before, I had a giant piece of just delicious broccoli, which I love. Just steam it, so good. Also, I feel like I need some snacks for these grinds too. I don't really like to snack too much. I actually got some popcorn. I should be making popcorn. And yeah, it's recycling, shopping, come back. Well, actually, I'll do my 2 stars. Then I'll be on refresh, come back. Probably time for a run. I'll just walk down to the store. The co-op's only about 15-20 minute walk, and it'd be good to get a little exercising outside. It's a beautiful day here, but I have not seen the light of day just because I've been inside battling sleep and this game. So it'll be good, get a little fresh air. And yeah, and then the next time I'll be on is 1700, and I do, the 5 stars will be back online again. So off I go for another round of them, which, hopefully everything goes smoothly. And yeah, and that'll be the official end of 5 o'clock, because 7 o'clock, 1700 or 1900 is the official end of the first day. So yeah, we'll see what my score is. Again, hoping 17 million. That'd be a pretty nice score. I was hoping to get to 15 million, but that's not going to happen. Pretty close to being done with my characters for the morning. Maybe I have a couple more coming off refreshment. I'm not sure. And then on we go. Then the 1900, my 6 stars will be live again. And yeah, it's midnight is when my 5 stars will be live again. I guess I'll stay up. Hopefully I can get some sleep before then. Stay up and do those. But I think with this schedule, it's making me hard to find a good time for refreshes. The nice thing, if I do them at midnight though, then I'm perfectly set up for the next day. So I can get a nice night's sleep because there won't be any missing refreshes. They'll be ready at 7. My 6 stars will be ready at 7 too. And so it's perfect. I can get a good night's sleep and not stress about like sleeping through times my champions are available. So I think that's the plan. And then tomorrow's Wednesday. So after I do that 7 o'clock, I'll have the double 6 star and 5 star. Then I think I really got to start strategizing about my refresh schedule. Wednesday is going to be a big refresh day, and I'll figure out who I can do and what. Because 7 o'clock means that 2 o'clock they'll be ready. 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It's at 1400, 2100. So yeah, and so I don't think I'm going to get too off schedule, because after I do the 9 o'clock ones, my 5 stars, it's not like I'm going to, what time would I have to wake up? 4 in the morning? Yeah, I won't be able to do that again. So I can do a lot of refreshes with my 5 star, then 9 o'clock, really spend the evening, lots of refreshes, using the boost, see where that gets me. And then the next day, I'll be all set to finish up the grind. So that's my strategy going into this. And yeah, hopefully it all works out. Again, I know I'm going to have to refresh. My goal would be 3,000. My dream would be 3 Odins. My dream would be 2 Odins. That's what Dream did it. And if I have to, 4 Odins. So those are sort of the parameters I have for this grind, which 4 Odins would be a lot. But again, like, once you commit 3 Odins, I mean, if you have to commit a 4th one to make sure you get the champion, you do it. I mean, it's not worth, like, for me to spend that much and then get nothing. That was always my thought about why I tried crystals, just because I was like, well, I'm going to have to use like 3 or 4 Odins just to do them anyway, if I could get them out of crystals. But 3 or 4 Odins is still less than 50% chance to get the champion. So it was a risk, and one that did not pay off this time. But that's what happens sometimes. I really want to stay away from the crystals. I mean, I always say that, but this particular round, a lot of people I know had terrible luck. I mean, Cowell, he opened like over 300 and didn't get him. I had another friend who opened up over 200, didn't get him. I think there's several officers in the Alliance who opened like 40, 50, 60, 70, didn't get him. It's just one of those things where, I mean, it's total luck, but probability says you won't get them. So even though it seems like it's bad luck, it's actually probably pretty much on line with the probability. It's 1 in 200, so it's not like Namors are just flying out. KT got him as a 6 star, which is such bittersweet. I mean, he's super cool as a 6 star, but I really want him for prestige as a 5 star, and his awaken ability seems like a pretty key aspect. So one day that 6 star would be amazing. I mean, the 6 star prestige would be through the roof, and when he gets awakened as a 6 star, oh man, it's just gonna be the absolute destroyer of worlds. But but that's probably still like 6 months, a year away. So it's good long-term investment, but not great for the short term. I have two voids in Alliance Quest. I still to this day struggle fighting Void. Just gotta watch his timer. You got like specials I find aren't the easiest to dodge in the world. He always gives me troubles. But yeah, today I did pretty well against him. I was using my blade. I wish I had Ghost Rider, just so I had the danger sense that went with it. That would really help out. But I took Emma Frost in today. I have that Mesmerize, prove yourself at the beginning, which is such a pain. Just slows the fight down so much, and then it makes me be incredibly conservative just because I don't want to get hit and lose my combo. So that's always sort of a nightmare. Actually, more of these guys are coming online as I speak, so I might have a couple more rounds than I thought. But I thought Emma would be good, and she did great against Angela. It's the first prove yourself fight, and then I totally did awful against Cable. I played it a little too risky, and he got his SP3, and so of course he, it's not terrible the damage that SP3 does as far as SP3 goes, but that made me lose my combo, and then I had to rebuild that 15 combo up again. And then literally with like 15 seconds I finished the fight. And I think I missed on SP2. I don't know. There's a lot going on in that fight. And that's the only thing about Emma. She really bounces back really quickly between her psychic form, her telepath form, and her diamond form. So as much as I love her, she's complicated to play, just the way she moves around so much. And so 1 second you're like trying to build up your prowesses, and then you lose them all because she goes back to diamond form. And yeah, 1 second she's able to, you're not worried about evades because she's in telepathic form, and then she's in diamond form, and now all of a sudden they can evade you, but they can't stun you. So it's all very complicated. But I think she's the best one for that fight. But we'll see. I'm committed to using her again tomorrow. If I brought in Ghost Rider, that would give me that extra piece with Blade. But I don't know if he'd be useful at all, to be honest. I mean, he's a great Alliance Quest champion, but on that one particular note, I don't know if he's going to hit hard enough. It's just one thing about having Emma's at SP2 in my back pocket is pretty nice, because should I land it, should it crit, I mean, the fight is essentially over. And we're talking like 30, 40,000 damage, maybe even higher. No. Oh, nice. It'd be nice to get 40,000 today, this morning. Let's see. Boy, I'm getting hungry for lunch. So what is it? 11:22. Yep. Hour and 17 minutes of streaming, so not too bad. Okay. More and more coming online. It's so funny because I'm right on the edge of my 7 hours, and so as I'm playing this, they're coming online as they would be refreshed for the 7 hours, and so they just keep on popping up, which is good because I need as many points as I can get. But on the other hand, I'm ready for lunch too, so they're prolonging my wait for lunch. It's like a good and bad situation. Yeah, Julian, those map 7 fights, they're pretty fun, but they're stressful. It's like, in a Alliance Quest where you try not to use a lot of items, because of course you don't want to item out, that's always a concern, and just in general, the items you're using are like really expensive ones that I don't have a whole lot of, so I don't want a Alliance Quest to cost me 1,000 units every time I run it. And so, just trying to be careful and do well in fights. That makes me play really conservative, which is why I like Emma, because, of course, she has a lot of great block proficiency at that diamond form. But then, on the other hand, it makes the fights long. She's not super big damage, so it makes the fights long, and then long fights just lead to better chances of getting hit. So it's one of those, another good and bad thing. But I really enjoy her. She's one of my favorite characters in the game. And so she's definitely up in my top 5. I think my number 1 character that I like the most is Stark Spider-Man. Always loved him. He's my first rank 5. Still to this day, I think he's amazing. Just hits so hard. I love the way he avoids specials. There's just so much I think that's really cool about him too. Has a power drain, good stun, crazy SP2. My next favorite would be probably Void. I play with him so much in War that I love his mechanics. I love the way he degenerates. Just really cool. Just a different style of character, and I find it really enjoyable to play. And just in some places, he's absolutely like the best character by far. to be in certain situations. Trying to think, who should I throw in here? Let's go with Cyclops. Then after that, so I think Vision's my next favorite. He doesn't hit very far, but he has incredible power drain. And that power drain is just so key. And he can totally lock down a fight. And he has a double immunity, so I find he just has these uses that, again, it's like one of these champions where he just has a lot of really unique uses. After that, I'm trying to think. Who did I play with a lot? There's like a whole bunch of characters I really like. Omega Red, Ghost, all the stereotypical ones, Corvus. But actually Blade would probably be my next favorite. I'm really on the old Trinity, because I think Blade is incredible, of course. I mean, the thing that sets Blade apart for me is his regen. That on-demand regen that's so powerful is just incredible. It just absolutely saves me so many items in Alliance Quest. Basically, I've always used him in Alliance Quest ever since he's come out. I mean, except when I was using him in War. He just is such a good character. He's so perfect for Alliance Quest, just because of that healing is so good. Does a lot of damage, does bleed, you can get danger sense, which makes the Mephisto fights relatively mild, and yeah, so again, lots to love about him. Yeah, those are I think top 4. Number 5, would I even dare say Ghost Rider? I've always loved Ghost Rider. Though not too many people like him that much, but I think he's super fun to play, and up until the changes in map 7, he was almost always part of my map 17. Just has so much interesting utility, especially if you get Mystic Dispersion on. You can get to USB3 a lot, and totally locks down that power, does some passive damage. It's great. Okay, well, this may be the end. Let me just quickly check and see if anyone has refreshed, and if they haven't, then I will consider this round done. So right about 14 million, just a little bit shy, but a good place to be. Nope, look at this. We just got another band of characters who've refreshed. Yeah, just popping on. Yeah, Human Torch. I'm loving Human Torch, but I feel like everyone in Alliance is trying to convince me not to rank him. See, if I had Stark Spidey, he'd be favorite too. Oh yeah. Domino is amazing. So I pulled Domino both as a 5-star and a 6-star, and I hadn't done anything with the 5-star, just knowing that I had the 6-star. And so I've been opening up featured 6-star crystals because she was in there. I was hoping to dupe her, and crazy enough, on the second one I opened, I duped her. And so now I have her duped, but she's only a rank 1. She's definitely going to be my next rank 2. I'm just not quite yet ready to start ranking to my 6 stars, just because there's too many 5 stars I want, and the requirements to do a 6 star is still so high. But yeah, I played with her unduped in Variant 2, just spamming her heavies with the Volk and Massacre synergy. Oh, the damage was incredible, and I love when she's lucky and someone's unlucky, and you can fire off an SP1 or SP2, and the damage you do is just insane. I can't imagine what she'd be like as a rank 2 6-star. She'd be just, yeah, absolutely game breaking in many ways. Hey DJ, good to see you. I saw that you couldn't make the stream last night. No worries, man. I mean, that's a crazy time. How many maxed out 5 stars? I have 17, if that's what you mean by maxed out. 17 rank 5 stars right now. And I'm almost at my 18th. I have 1.5 tier 5 basics, and I think I'm up to 6 tier 2 alphas. And so 4 tier 2 alphas away and half a tier 5 basic, and then I'll have my next one, which is hopefully going to be Namor. I mean, luck would have it, and I get him in this grind, then he is absolutely my next rank 5. I have about 120 generic 6 stones to put into him, and a mess of, not too many, maybe about 30 mutant ones, so he should be around 150, so he'll be close to maxed out pretty quick, but it's going to take a little more time to get him there. Okay, so let's see if any more have popped up. Yep, more popped up. Oh, it's almost like torture. If they keep on popping up, I'm ready to be done with this. And I thought you made trim around the thumbnail. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just didn't want it to be quite a blank space. I just put a little bit of water background and almost blended in. I didn't quite have the time to make it look nicer. I thought about what I wanted to name this, though. I think Finding Namor would have been the perfect title for this grind, but I thought about it while I was in the middle of the grind this morning. Let's throw in Falcon. Falcon doesn't get enough gameplay. Let's see, we even give Falcon the class advantage against Captain America there. Yeah, it would have been such a cool title, but I totally love the thumbnail. It looks so good. And yeah, thank you for leaving a little blank by the episode too. I was watching, was it Sheldor's stream last night, and I totally saw your little graphic there, the one that frames the picture. That looked really good on the stream. I definitely like what you call it, having the face cam on the lower right though. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. Let's see, she went indestructible. Just looking at the screen. Finding Nemo. That has to be Finding Namor. So it's a clever pun on Finding Nemo. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, just was one of those late night inspirations that you get when you're in the middle of a grind at 3 a.m. I might have actually been one of my like most popular streams because, again, it's like 2100, 9 o'clock in North America, so I had a bunch of people on. Like this one, it's like everyone in North America is asleep, everyone in Europe is working or at school, and so it's been good. I've had, you know, Julian in here, and KT stopped in for a little bit, and Jorge, and yeah, so a bunch of people. You know, Skim said hi, Sohab came in a little bit on a coffee break, so definitely have had some great support, which I always appreciate so much. But I can tell the viewership hasn't been as much, and understandably so. No, it's all right, DJ. Don't feel bad at all. It's crazy. It's crazy waking up at that time, to be honest. I would have not wanted you to wake up then. I mean, that's just a little bit on the ridiculous side. I mean, it's like one of those like fun things. I mean, maybe if it was a Friday or Saturday night, then I would have done it, or I would have thought you would have done it, but not on a weekday night, not on a Tuesday night or Monday night or whatever it is. It's just ridiculous to get up to watch someone play a game at 3, or for you it's 2 in the morning. Oh man, they keep on popping up. This is non-stop, which good. I'm getting the points, but I also want lunch. It's like, you know, like what you call it, trapped between lunch and the grind. Yeah, it's I need to get outside too. I haven't been outside yet today. I'm feeling a little bit like I'm getting UV light burn from just the lights of my chalet. Need some sunlight and some fresh air. Yeah, this does make you like into these grinds make you into like a hermit. It's almost like you're a monk and you've gone away for like some type of, you know, religious experience where you're like writing your scriptures for, you know, 5 days straight or 3 days straight. Except this is 1,000 times more fun, I guess. I don't know, maybe they enjoy that too, the same way we enjoy playing MCOC, but somehow, I don't know. I would say I doubt it. Maybe I should have more fun than we do. They're like, oh, this is great. This is like the best part of my life. Just total seclusion and silence and just thinking about the Word of God. But it's supposed to be like having 2 pixels battle each other to the death. But okay, let's get the old double Uzi. That did it. Agent Venom, cool character. He's one of those characters where, like, I used to think Arena was the dumbest thing ever. Like, when I first played this game, I had no idea what it was for and why I wanted to play it. But now, I really enjoy it just because when else do I get to play characters like Agent Venom? Just would never ever play them at all. Oh man, my parring skills are really bad today. I feel like I've missed every parry I've tried. The question is, do I let him get to his SP3? Nope, I'll kill him. I think we were seagulls in Finding Nemo. According to Kabam, it's the same mind, you say, Mike. Yeah, there you go. Yep, we are the seagulls to Kabam. Okay, please no more refreshes. It's like the theme has been good, bad. It's great because I get to get more points, but it's bad because I'm ready to be finished. Ooh, my 4 stars are ready, but we get lunch first. Up, and wouldn't you know it, another round is ready. Captain America, he's rank 3. These guys are rank 3. You know, I never play Vulture. In we go, Vulture. Okay, don't get deathmatched. When I see 3 hards, I'm always like petrified it's a deathmatch, but usually as long as you have at least 2 rank 3s, you're alright. But okay, this is probably the last one out because I think these guys really are at the end of my 5-star roster. Vulture, he's a cool character too. He's like he's not a good character, but he's one I find interesting, and so he'd be one if I got as a 6-star. I know he's not very good, but I wouldn't mind it just to have him at a pretty high rank and be able to play around with him in some content. Vulture's fun champ, yeah, exactly, DJ. Totally agree. He is pretty interesting. So this is good. So I'm going to be 14 million now, and then, as I said, I have one more grind to sort of make up the to get under the first day. And so, what would I start out today? Am I getting 3 million out of my 5 stars? So if I get to 17 million, yeah, that's a good place. 17 million means I'm on track for 54 million without refreshes. And so then 3 Odins with refreshes, hopefully get some good value, because the Odins that I use, or the refreshes I use with the 5-star boosts, give you basically 6-star damage for half the price. So if I can, I might have to open my other 100 crystals and see how many of those boosts I get. So I can get a couple million out of those, yeah, I'll be in pretty good shape. Yep, I'm trying to get to that 90 million, but as I said, my schedule is going to be, and I'm not going to start refreshes till tomorrow evening. I know that's a little late, but my schedule is so regimented right now that I'm, I don't want to sort of, if I start refreshing, it sort of throws off the whole schedule. And so tomorrow night is when I have a good break in the schedule with my plan. I want him buff Rise of Dark Vulture. I get confused with Michael Keaton rules. Yeah, he was so good in that movie. That was a great movie. That's such a good Spider-Man movie. Like, a couple of the other ones were sort of disappointing, but that one was not. Okay, officially, unless one pops up now, I am done with this grind for this time. So the next time I'm going to grind is 7 hours from now. Actually, more like 5 hours and 30 minutes, just to do my 5-star champions again. And yeah, it's been good so far. So I feel pretty good. Feel like the grind is going well. Feel motivated. Don't at all feel like it's too much, and having a good time. It's great streaming, getting to see everyone. Top 5 actor, yeah, he was awesome at that. It'd be hard for me to think about my actors. So see you, Julian. Bonne journée to you. And to everyone else, thank you for watching and hanging out with me as I do my grind. So this is Enzo Eigen of the Alliance for Loki, wishing everyone a bonne journée. Tschüss. I forgot the German one. And goodbye. See you in 7 hours.